Hey y'all, welcome to my second podcast. Today I'm excited because my daughter will be joining me and we will be having a discussion about something we was talking about previously regarding just how our day went this morning. So if you were to go to our YouTube channel, The Remnant of Christ, then she's basically all over that. She's not new to it. It's just this is her first time on a podcast. So
Hello, I'm Isaiah. I didn't hear if she said my name or not, but my name is Isaiah. I am all over the YouTube channel, just like you said, but I have never ever been on a podcast before, but you have. And I'm pretty excited to be up here. It feels funny being introduced to a recording. I mean, I'm not...
No, you see how I feel when you're doing videos, talking to a camera.
No. It feels funny being introduced because I don't like introduce myself like that when I like to record myself. So it makes me feel new to it. Although I'm not new to it, because for those of you who don't know, I've been making pretend vlogs ever since I was like 7 and 8 with my phone. So
and then if anything, when you playing around or when you just doing this on your phone, if anything, you introducing me, and I'm just like,
please
no. My face, right? So so I get it. So to start off, you were saying how your day went this morning, which was...
It is technically yesterday morning, but so we had a good day yesterday morning, and I just wanted to talk about it because it's good to appreciate you being able to see the sunshine, being able to wake up, and just it's a big thing for you to appreciate the little things.
So how did you feel though?
I felt like I did not want to go home, and I say that because it was a good day. Number one, number two, there was a tiny little miracle, because even the miracles that are small are very big in God's house, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a little...
Oh, you said, hold on, that reminded me of something. You said last night, or it might have been 2 days ago, you said God is big in the small things.
Yep.
That reminded
me.
It
was not last night. It was a few minutes ago, but you know that's
No, you did. When we was laying down, you said God, we was talking about something else, and you said God is big in the small things.
That was not what we're laying down. But you know, it's fine.
Sorry, I'm not talking about what you said 2 minutes ago or a few seconds ago. Before, you actually said that God is big in the small things.
Yeah, I said that during our drafts.
What drafts?
In a podcast. In the podcast that we have to do over like we're doing now.
No, it was like you said it the other night. We was talking about something. Yes, you did. And I was like, that was so good. No, I remember.
Okay, well, I don't. So I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but it's okay. So the reason why I didn't want to come back home was because it was there was a miracle that happened today. It wasn't a big huge one, but it was a little like, yes, thank you, type of miracle, right?
So you didn't want to come home because of the miracle? Or
No, I'm just adding that to the good parts of the day.
But how come you felt like you didn't want to come home though?
I felt like I didn't want to come home because I just wanted to be out all day because number one, the sun was so nice and shiny, and number two, it's still winter, and we live in the south, like down in the south, and we live down in the south, like in the south, and where we are, the winters can be pretty warm and not cold at all, but and it was such like a warm day and a peaceful day it was such a warm and peaceful, sunny day. And the smoothies we had were good. I just did not want to go home. Number 3, I think it is, because we love to just go out and do stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We love to just go and do stuff.
Right. And then I also remember how when we were out this morning, I remember feeling like...
I'm going to grab a tissue.
Okay. I remember feeling like God... I remember feeling like that was our treat for today. I remember feeling like God was treating us. Because you even kept saying in the car, you kept saying how you just felt good. You felt like it was a good day and you didn't want to go home. And no, you kept saying, where are we going next? Where are we going next?
Yeah.
Where are we going next? Are we going to the store? Are we going to do this? Are we going to... But I remember basically feeling like the same thing. I felt like you were expressing. I felt like just God was just in the morning. Like he was in every bit of it. And that he was just with us the whole time. And that he was treating us. And that's why I just felt so good. But it's just so important that, like you said earlier, or you might have said it previously, to not take things for granted, because God is in the small things, the things that we overlook. He's in that. And so that also ties into stewardship and just stewarding well over what we have. And I really feel like he sees that we've been doing that while we've been here. Just really stewarding well over us just even being here and just being grateful. I remember when you said in the car when we was talking about something, you were saying how like you see people like with these big houses or people who are rich, but you realize when it comes to where we are, like you are grateful because those people can be evil people. They can be bad people. And you know what I'm saying? I don't remember exactly what you said verbatim, but it was just good. And I think that's also part of why he even have us where we are. Just that could be a test too, just to see how grateful we are. What we have.
We're grateful to even go to a new shopping center,
right?
To just get some smoothies, because
right.
At the end of the day,
right? Because he says those who are faithful over a few things, I will make you ruler over many. So that's about stewardship, like being grateful just to wake up in the morning and being able to breathe, being able to feel, being able to see, being able to just think and being in your right mind. Like we overlook those things, just assuming that when we will wake up tomorrow, and just assuming that when we wake up tomorrow that everything that we have right is going to be there. And that's not always the case. So I think it's just really important just to realize that God is in the small things. This is the day that the Lord has made. We should rejoice and be glad in it. He made this day. He caused the sun to rise up this morning. Because he caused the moon to come out at night, or to shine at night so that we can still see. This is all him. So it just, when you brought that up, it just really reminded me that, well, for one, it reminded me of how I felt this morning, feeling like, okay, God, like this is you just treating us. Because I felt like it was just a treat, even though it was so, what was that?
Oh, that was my lip.
The top of your lip.
That was my lip.
Oh, so even, I was confused. So even, I was so confused. But yeah, so even though it seemed, it was just so simple, but you know what, I realized that's me, and like I see God in everything when it comes, especially when it comes to nature, the mountains, the trees, the ocean,
the mountains in Nashville, the trees outside.
Yeah. That's why I would love to one day, if not just visit, but actually, I don't know if I want to really live not necessarily in the mountains, but somewhere I actually have that view. Like growing up in Virginia Beach, I'm used to the beach. But now if it was a nice, pretty island or something, yeah, I could move there. Like I see God and all of that. And it's just
the
so...
Bahamas.
Right. He is like the most beautiful, the most prolific artist there is. When I went to the Bahamas, I just seen that, like being in that boat and seeing nothing. Like the water is so beautiful, like you could drink it. Like you just want to take a scoop and just drink it. It's just so beautiful. So So yeah, that was our day. Just being able to just appreciate just feeling the breeze, feeling the little breeze beat up against your face or up against your chest. Like, it just felt so good. It just felt like a treat. Just walking into the store and getting our smoothies and going to get the things we needed, and the day just being so beautiful. Going to wash the car and get all that pollen off. It was just a beautiful day. So,
so it was a beautiful day. I feel like I want to do stuff like this every day if we could.
girl, we always going places.
I know, but I'm saying just be out and about all day, every single day.
Every day?
If we could, yes. If we could. I'm just saying if we could.
But we do a lot, though. That's why when we went to that shopping center, it was so... Remember when I pulled up, I said, this is new. We never been here before. Thinking we've been all over this area and just entering something new. That's been a theme for this year as well.
Entering new.
Yes, entering new. That's been... It would remind me of entering through the gates. But that's been the theme for this year, entering new. Ooh, hold on. God bless you.
Thank you. That was loud.
Yeah. Even though, like, ooh, hold on, because I had a revelation. Your sneeze kind of interrupted me. Hold on. So, so I already established that obviously God was in the morning with us this morning and just going to Hobby Lobby and going, get some smoothies and me getting groceries and doing all this stuff. Feeling like God was with us, just directing our steps and just enjoying the day, with the theme being everything new. And then he take us to a new area we haven't been yet. Ooh, that is so good.
And that same day, New played in our car that song.
Oh, yeah. It always plays. Always on time.
At the right time. Like, it never plays when
in the middle.
Something else.
Right.
Like, in the middle. New, everything. Right?
Right.
It just plays right there.
Yes.
Like, every single time.
Yes. And it's always right on time. And it's just him him and his confirmation. That's so beautiful. But yeah, today was just a good day. But I agree, we should just make it a point to just get, and I think that was his whole point anyway, because mind you, I didn't really have to
just get out.
Right. I didn't really have to, not at that point in time. I could have waited till later, which I had planned on doing anyway. But I was prompted to get up and go because he was trying to.
Oh, and we have to talk about the coffee thing too.
What coffee?
The coffee that you drunk the night before.
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
If you don't, because you work nights, so and then so what happened was, remember, you work nights and you were a bit more tired than normal, so...
Because I worked that double shift Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sunday, I got up 4 o'clock in the morning for no reason. Well, that's what time I be getting up sometimes, but then I still had a lot of stuff to do, and we was out all day Sunday, and then Monday probably should have been my day to just rest up, but then I had to work, and then I was like, let me just try this coffee. I don't really know the tea wasn't working.
That coffee was so good.
Yeah. So, and but you realize it didn't make me sick. That's because I diluted it. Like I didn't make it really dark at all.
That's a good idea too.
So, and so.
And you didn't put it in the whole packet either.
No, I didn't. And so, I was like, while we was out, I'm like, that coffee is why is that? Because the coffee didn't work during my shift. I was still extremely tired.
Yeah, it didn't even work.
Right, so I'm like, we out, and I'm like, that coffee really, why is the coffee just now hitting me? like I'm just now getting energy from last night.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and that was last night.
Right, and we didn't get back to like 3. So, but I realized, oh, God, that was you. That wasn't the coffee. Like, you gave me the energy. You had me get up and go. Right, to just go out and just enjoy the simplicity of the day that you have made. I forgot all about that. I thought it was the coffee.
Yeah. We both
this coffee just now started to kick in from last night. I was so tired
from last night, and it was only like around 3 or 12 when you drank it. Like it was like so much earlier in the night.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just so.
That is the best coffee.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care for coffee. So I think I said, oh yeah, we did because we got shorts on the tea.
She mostly drinks tea.
Yeah, no, I
You mostly
only
drink
tea. I don't do
You
coffee.
only drink tea, yeah.
I love tea. I drink tea.
I drink tea too.
Yeah, we both actually love tea. Zaya, she drinks as much tea as I do, but I usually have hot tea. Yeah, but I usually have hot tea. Not usually. That's all I really drink is hot tea. But I mean, I don't mind cold tea, but I make hot tea at least 2 or 3 times every day, and that's what I stick with. But because I have been doing doubles at work, like I was just so tired, and then getting up and then we go and do stuff, and I have to run errands, and then getting sleep, but then getting up and then having to work. So Monday is also the day that I go in normally. I mean earlier than normal. So I was just so tired, and I'm like, this tea is not gonna do it today, and I knew it wasn't gonna do it because it didn't do it the previous day. So I'm like, let me just try this coffee that I had in here for months. It wasn't old, I checked, but
What's old? He promised it wasn't old.
and I'm like, let me try this coffee because I didn't know what else. I could have just
try.
Right, and it didn't. Like I was still tired, but when I tell you, like I had never. So I woke up. I mean, not I woke up. So I was tired. I'm tired right now.
I'm not.
You know? Wow. Anyway, yeah, I was just super tired. But I kept going because, like I said, I was prompted to go out, and it really felt good. So I feel like we should end this 17-17.
Yeah.
Before
we much to say.
Yeah, and I was tired. Before we was talking about communications and introverts versus extroverts, but
you guys can check out that on our channel, because that's a video we will probably be posting.
Yeah,
we'll probably yeah.
Yeah.
On our channel. Our channel is at the Remnant of Christ. Not AT the Remnant of Christ, but just
Yeah.
the Remnant of Christ.
Right. And so, yeah, we talked about that, and we talked about communication, but maybe I'll talk about that in another video as well. But that was just, how did I get on that topic? I don't know. You remember? Excuse me.
You were talking about how...
Why that burp is going to be on here and I can't get it off. Sorry, y'all. This is live, so. I mean, this is live. This is real life, and on this podcast,
real life authenticness.
Right. I can't edit, so this is a very unedited version.
Very, very, very unedited.
Yeah. So what you hear is what you get. Fortunately, unfortunately. But yeah, so I don't remember why I was talking about communications. Oh, I was talking about how I didn't want to, although this video is talking about the simple things, but I don't even know how we transitioned to the simple things. I don't know. But we was talking about communications, and I was saying how in the original language, the word communication, or the Hebrew language, the word communications means to
share.
Impart, or to share. And that's what God has called me to do. That's also what God has called you to do. Honestly, I think that's what God has really called all of us to do. Maybe
to share.
Right, and to impart something on everyone. Whether it's in music, whether it's just in basic art, whether it's no matter how, you know what I'm saying, we all, because that's communication.
We're all
as well.
called to share the gospel.
Right.
Now some of our callings are to be all of us are not, we all just have to share the gospel. It's just a thing that we have to do. Whether we're just somewhere saying, hey, Jesus, like it's all just,
Yeah, that's actually how we got on it. That reminds me, hey, Jesus. That reminds me, that's actually how we got on it, because we was talking about how, I was talking about how, like, God has called us to just talk about our regular, or just to show people our regular everyday life. Like, we're always communicating to one another, to just show people, let people hear what we're talking about. We talk about God every day, because God really shows up in every single thing. So we, and then even recording, even our silly moments, even our
even the moment when you just burps, it's all just authenticity. And
you just want to say that, but it's fine.
No, I didn't. I promise. No, I promise I didn't. My bonus about to ball, but it's fine.
Oh, thanks.
What were you about to say?
Yeah, so that's how I was trying to figure out how we got on communications, but that's how we got on that. We got on that because we was talking about how, I think I was saying how God want us to just show people our life. Oh, I remember now. I was saying how God want us to show people our life and want me to communicate, and told me like maybe 4 or 5 years ago that that's what I was called to do, lead and communicate. And basically my calling is to share in part. But I was saying how he want us to do that just by showing people our everyday normal life. And then I remember saying, that's easy, because all we're doing is just literally showing our unfiltered self and what we do normally. Like, if y'all was to go to the Remnant of Christ, you'll see that I also homeschool. So you'll see Isaiah even teaching on what she learned. So just all of those things, like, I realized.
Homeschool field trips coming soon.
Oh yeah, homeschool field trips, that's coming soon too. But like, I realized that that's what God has called us to do, just to let people in and to see how we glorify God. And then in that, we started talking about introverts and extroverts, because you're clearly an extrovert, I'm an introvert, and
very.
I was right, and I was very for me or very for you.
Both honestly.
Oh. Oh. And so I was just saying how, even though I'm an introvert, it doesn't mean, or maybe I was saying something along the lines of, I didn't believe, that's probably why I didn't believe that God was calling me to be a communicator. So when people was telling me that, I didn't believe it. Actually, to be honest, to be transparent, I rejected it, because I didn't think that was who I was. I always thought that God was calling me to be behind the scenes, because I've always been behind the scenes. And that's honestly my comfort zone. That's where I'm comfortable at. So it didn't make sense that he would call me forth, to come forth, or to come out like a butterfly. That's what he's been showing me. Or that's what he showed me like last season, like come out like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. And so I realized that that's what he wants us to do in our life. And that's what he wants you all to do too, but it's gonna look different, because we are all unique, and we're all made according to, why do it do that? Like, why do it turn black and just blink?
No clue, but keep going.
But anyway, so we're all uniquely made, and you have to do whatever he called you to do. So you have to do whatever he called you to do. And so that's what made me think about that. And so, yeah. It's like, wow. And so, yeah. So that's what made me go into communications and just talk about how I am very much an introvert. But I know a lot of introverts, my uncle being one, Uncle Mike, he is a pastor, but he's very good at speaking, but he's an introvert. And honestly, you probably wouldn't even know that he's an introvert if you didn't know him like that, especially if you just go to the church and you just used to hearing him speak all the time. You wouldn't know, but he's a very good speaker. And there's a lot of people, and my current pastor, where I live now, he's a very good speaker, but he's also an introvert. yeah, so you just have to be careful not to allow people to, or not to allow people to have you believe that you're somebody other than God, other than who God called you to be. So if you know who God called you to be, don't think it's strange. Step into it. Walk through the gate. Step into that. Because like I said, it just didn't make sense to me when people started to show me, and that was just confirmation or tell me who I was. My manager would tell me, or my old manager, and at church, I would hear it at church. I mean, of course, I believe it now, but back then, I didn't. So, and of course, the enemy, he will lie to you and make you believe the opposite. So, let's say, like, for example, when it comes to Isaiah, I speak into her what I see, because I seen at a very young age that she was anointed. So what I did, I started to cultivate what I seen in her, and I started to just prepare her for the world, and I started to, just prune her and to help her and help mold her in the areas that I seen that she was obviously advanced in, or just advanced in, and also I can tell where she was called. So I just honed in on that and I cultivate her. But so she already knows who she is. And then also all she's doing is just walking in it. But it's different from a person to maybe you had parents who also cultivated you, seen your gifts and helped you in that. But then there's some people who you didn't have parents to help instill certain things into you and to help cultivate you. You probably, or maybe there was somebody who maybe had a teacher or somebody on the outside who might have, since you was gone, I was just talking to them because.
Okay.
But anyway, so you might have had a teacher or somebody who told you opposite of who you actually are, and you believe that your whole life. Or you may have had a parent who, I'm so tired, I'm ready to go to bed.
I'm hungry.
Again?
Yes, and I don't know why.
Well, I'm tired. Or maybe you had a parent who, no, I was just going to say something, but never mind. Maybe you had a parent who didn't see who you were, and that's fine, because God knows who you are. But maybe you had a parent who didn't see who you were, and they would tell you things that wasn't true about yourself, about your character, about who you are, or maybe just telling you what you weren't going to be able to do when you got older. But the devil is a liar. You have to hopefully, especially if you're young listening to this, hopefully you're resilient enough to bounce back from that and just to tell yourself who you are and just speak good words and words of affirmation to yourself to combat the lies that the enemy is saying to you. But yeah, so that's my thing. Just simply, you have to know not even know, you have to believe who you are. And a person who grew up not really hearing words of affirmation or being beat up verbally, then they're not going to easily believe the good things about them. They're not going to easily believe what God has said about concerning them, because you've heard negativity and you've heard the lies for so long. So, yeah, I'm so tired. We need to end this.
What if we did like a mukbang video? But we can end it off. I hope you guys enjoyed. We might have more social media accounts coming soon, so you guys can follow us. But if you want to check out our YouTube channel as well, you can check that out at The Remnant of Christ. And we're gonna end it off. And I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Introducing you. Oh, of course. My pleasure.
I'm always with you because I'm your daughter, and
Exactly.
I can't buy.
Well, that's why I said in the beginning you wasn't new to it. You all over it. It was just that this is your first time on a podcast.
So I'm hungry for some reason, and she's tired. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you later.
Be blessed, arise,
and go forth. See ya.
Hey y'all, thank you so much for tuning to the Remnant of Christ. So today is just going to be kind of short. I know I'm not on here a lot, but my goal is to record more. I'm in a season where I feel like God is really pulling and tugging on me. I've been feeling a void all of a sudden. And just a little bit about me. Life is busy with school full-time, homeschooling, working full-time, strenuous hours a lot of the time. So I feel like with all of that, I kind of pushed some things, imperative things, I should say, on the back burner. I knew that God told me to start the Remnant of Christ last year. 2022. I knew he told me to start it, and I would do little things here and there on YouTube. Then I decided to do the podcast because I felt like it would be more convenient. And just recently, like I said, I feel a pull and a tug on my heart to get back into it. And just in case anyone could relate, it feels like kind of like I'm missing something. That's the feel. Like I'm missing something. And I know that something is a calling. And so lately I've been praying and going to God concerning what he would have me do on this earth. And generally, and I said this before, and it may have been on YouTube, but generally when you know you have that pull, that tug, typically he wants you to go back to what he told you to do before. So a lot of times we already know it's nothing new. He's not calling you, okay, well, go and do this and that and the third. You're supposed to go do what he told you to do in the first place. So I'm back at it. So what occurred was not too long ago, I just got down on my knees and started praying. And then I got up and opened up my Bible and told God to just speak to me. And what he told me when I opened up my Bible was, my people have forgotten about me. They have abandoned me for things of this world, for people or things. And so he took me to Jeremiah chapter 2. And I'm actually going to read. I'm going to start at verse 32. And I didn't know if I had already highlighted this, and I don't remember highlighting this. But it says, does a young woman forget her jewelry, a bride her wedding ornaments? Yet my people have forgotten me. Days without number. So I sat and I pondered on that for a little while. And I'm going to read it again. Does a young woman forget her jewelry? No, we don't forget about getting cute. But we have forgotten about God. A bride her wedding ornaments. Yet my people have forgotten me. Days without number. And I'm going to interject right there really quick, just to say that Jesus is the only way. There's a scripture that says Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. There is no other way to the Father except through him. So when we try to go through life following our own way, our own path, it's always going to lead to destruction, because he is the only way. There is no other way except through Jesus Christ. So verse 33, it says, how skilled you are at pursuing love. That sounds familiar. How skilled you are at pursuing love. We pursue love. We pursue things of this world, but we don't pursue Christ. He says, how skilled you are. You're really good at doing that. Even the worst of women can learn from your ways. On your clothes is found the lifeblood of the innocent poor, though you did not catch them breaking in. Yet in spite of all this, you say, I am innocent. He is not angry with me, but I will pass judgment on you, because you say, I have not sinned. And that's speaking to this world of inaccountability. This also reminded me of Queen Vashti and Esther, and I'm going to go into that as well. But just to stay right here for a little bit, he says, how skilled are you at pursuing love? And it just goes back to pursuing things of this world. We are good at, and I think what it is inevitably we feel the tug, we feel the call, we feel that love that is already in us, that's pulling on us, which is the love of God. But I feel like what we do is we search for it in material things. God is our love. God is love. So I feel like inevitably we're searching for Christ. We're searching for our first love, but we look for it in our brokenness. We look for it in things of this world. We look for it in relationships. We look for it in people. We look for it as we idolize people. We look for it as we compare ourselves to people. We look for it as we scroll on social media. But yeah, he says, my people have forgotten about me days without number. How skilled are you at pursuing love? And so this took me to Esther. And it reminded me of how when I got to verse 35 and it says, I will pass judgment on you. It reminded me of how Queen Vashti disrespected her husband, King Xerxes, and he divorced her. First, I'm going to actually read, before I get into it, I'm going to read starting from Esther, the first chapter, verse 13, and then I'll go on from there. And I'm going to summarize the chapters that precede chapter 13. Because I'm not going to read all of that. That's a lot. So before I get into the 13th verse, what occurred was up until this point, Queen Vashti and her husband, King Xerxes, they were having a banquet. King Xerxes were having a banquet for the men, and Queen Vashti was having a banquet for the women in the royal palace, which took place over a 7-day span. And on that 7th day, King Xerxes called for his wife, Queen Vashti, and she refused to come. I remember when I first read this, I believe it was last year, I remember thinking, that is so disrespectful. Y'all are at this humongous party. Y'all throwing this humongous party, and so many people are there. People you admire, people you look up to, people that look up to you. And I mean, you've done all this. You spent so much money on the party, on your guests, and just the amount of service that you put into serving your guests, your people, while you're here. And just to be disrespected in the manner that she disrespected him, it was just like, oh, wow. So I could just imagine that he was embarrassed. I mean, to say the least, by the way she behaved in front of, her friends and in front of those who looked up to her. And even in front of those who looked up to him. That's embarrassing. So Queen Vashti refused to come. And so now I'm actually going to start reading from Esther, the first verse. I'm at the first chapter, the 13th verse. And it reads, "Since it was customary for the king to consult experts in matters of law and justice, he spoke with the wise men who understood the times." I'm not going to get into that, but I underlined who understood the times. I feel like that was important, but I'm going to keep reading. "And were closest to the king, so they knew him very well." Then it goes on to name the people. I'm going to skip down to verse 15. "According to the law, what must be done to Queen Vashti?" her husband asked. "She has not obeyed the command of King Xerxes that the eunuchs have taken to her." And verse 16, "Queen Vashti has done wrong, not only against the king, but also against all the nobles and the people of all of the provinces of King Xerxes." And this part is very important. "For the queen's conduct will become known to all the women, those who are following her, those who look up to her, those who she is influencing. And so they will despise their husbands," meaning they're going to follow after her because they look up to her, because they follow her, because she is influencing them, because she is leading them, and say, and this is what they will say, "King Xerxes commanded Queen Vashti to be brought before him, but she wouldn't come." So that's going to be their excuse. She's leading women with her character and with her conduct to behave in the same ill manner in which she's behaving to her husband, causing them to do the same. So this is leading women to be disrespectful and dysfunctional because of her influence, because of her negative influence, because of what she is watching them do. This is why you have to be careful who you follow. I don't care how many followers they have. I don't care what they do or how long they've been doing it. You really have to be careful because a lot of these things are just things of this world. A lot of these things are just things that we are doing because we're calling it culture. It's just what we've been accustomed to do all these years. Is things that we do in our culture. So because of that, and because of that alone, we find value in it, although there is no value in it when you really think about it. So we really have to be careful. We have to set our own values, because if we stand for nothing, we will fall for anything. We don't have to follow everybody. We don't have to follow people just because they have the most following. That don't even make sense. It doesn't. Okay. So verse 18, "This very day, the Persian and Median women of the nobility who have heard about the queen's conduct will respond to all the king's nobles in the same way. There will be no end of disrespect and discord." All right. Okay. And then I'm not going to read verses 19 and 20, but pretty much it's just saying, "Let this be written in the law, which cannot be revealed, that Vashti is never again to enter the presence of King Xerxes." And that because of this that was put into place because of her actions, all the women will respect their husbands from the least to the greatest. So basically what those two verses is just saying that this process is not going to be reversed. It is written. We're not changing it. And it's going to be for the good of the land, because what it's going to do is allow women to see the consequences of their actions for disrespecting your husbands. All right? Because it says all the women will respect their husband from the least to the greatest. All right, so to go back to Jeremiah, I'm going back to verse 32. It reminded me that when God began to show me that people are disrespecting him, I'm actually just going to read what I've written down. The experts in the matter of law that were close to King Xerxes told him to divorce her, Queen Vashti. This communicated the consequence of disrespect to those that followed her so that they wouldn't do the same. In the culture, we have to redefine what we call love, because that's what we call it, not what Jesus calls it. We call love pain, abuse, manipulation. We need to get back to simplicity and avoid fancy words like entanglements to cover up true meaning. It's deception and it's misleading. And with that I kind of went into, it had me just to think about how we use words. And I've been studying this in school, and it's so good to me because it's something that I've always thought about. But how we use words to cover up our wrongdoing, or how we can make up terminology and use it for a meaning other than its own to try to justify our wrongdoing. And that's demonic. There's nothing godly about that. It goes back to verse 35, not holding ourselves accountable. And so, going to verse 33, how skilled you are at pursuing love. Even the worst of women can learn from your ways. So we live a life where we're not pursuing Christ, we're pursuing love. And if Christ isn't in it, it's not going to stand. Because it's not founded on the word. It's not founded on the rock. So it's not going to stand. There are many plans of man, but in the end, it leads to destruction. If it's not God's way, it's not going to stand. If he didn't ordain it, it's not going to stand. And I need for that to really sink in, because I feel like it's so imperative, but a lot of people aren't communicating it. And I don't know if it's for lack of knowledge or fear. But if it's not built upon the word, it's not going to stand. If you created it yourself, it's not going to stand. If you built it yourself, it's not going to stand. And this leads me to think I'm actually going to, I have on the Remnant of Christ on the YouTube, all my stuff is falling, but on the Remnant of Christ, my YouTube page, I think in my very first, no, it's the second video about submission. I get into this I believe I talk about this more. Oh, and the third video. The second, just go up there and just watch them. You'll see it. You'll hear it. But if we are living a life and following our own path and following our own ambition and living a life apart from Christ, what we're building is going to fall. Because we weren't created to do life apart from God. We are his. We are his first love first. So I just feel like people are And I've been there. That's how I'm able to tell the story. But we get to a point in life where we realize, had it not been for God, I wouldn't be where I am. And you only get to that point. For me, I'll say for me, I only got to that point after falling first. I had to follow my own way and follow my own ambition and have control over my own life and have control over everything that was going on in my life. And what I mean by have control over it is I did things the way I wanted it to go. And I did what I wanted to do. And I got with who I wanted to get with. And I married who I wanted to marry. I felt like God was telling me to say that. But in the end, it led to destruction because it wasn't God. It was me. Jesus says, I am the way, the only way, the truth. He's not a lie. He's the truth and the life. There is life in him. There is abundance in him when you do it his way. If you live in a life of lack and poverty and you're in a relationship and you're not reaping anything from it, you're not being blessed by it, if it's taken away from you instead of adding to you, then you have to assess, is this the way? Or was it my way? And please trust and believe. We all fall short. We all go left when we should have went right. We all have that story. It might not all sound the same, but we all have that story before we're reconciled to Christ. But trust and believe he will take you back and love on you and shower you with his grace. So don't feel like, because I remember the pain, the embarrassment, the just wondering, the confusion and just wondering why, what happened, how did I get here? And just thinking and rehearsing in my head over and over and over again, I would have never thought in a million years that I would be here, that this would happen to me. I remember being there. And I'm so glad and I thank God, because it's only by the grace of God that I'm so far away from that mentally and spiritually, that I know better now. We all do better when we actually know better. We think we know better when we're walking in self-righteousness. And then just my own story, I came upon circumstances and situations that I never thought I would be in. And I realized, I don't know nothing, because I thought I knew. I thought I had it all together. No. No. And thankfully I can laugh about it now. Well, I'm not laughing about it. I'm just laughing at the fact that I really thought I had it all together. And I think it even looked like it from the outside. When I just think about, how my friends or associates would, think about me and where I am, I guess, compared to where they were, which I didn't even feel like I was that far in life. But I just think when you're in a worldly place, you have worldly thoughts and you have worldly ambitions, and what you deem as successful is worldly, because that's what that's the environment that you're in. So that was a little bit of my story. So I can kind of, just relate to the statement, how skilled you are at pursuing love. Yes, we are very skilled at. I mean, you have all of these dating sites that's filled with millions of people. We go out and we club or, whatever. I don't even know. Dating sites. I guess that's probably the number one thing when it comes to trying to find somebody. I honestly don't know because I don't do dating sites and I don't club. Once upon a time I did, but that's not where I am. But we know we do so much to try to pursue love. But are you pursuing Christ? Are you chasing Christ the same way that you're chasing females? Are you chasing Christ the same way that you're chasing men? Because if you're not, if you're not chasing Christ, if you're not seeking after him for guidance, for direction, you're going to find what you're looking for, but it will lead to destruction. It'll lead to destruction. And it's just funny how it seems so, the thought seems, how can I put it? It seems, it's not something that we commonly think about. And I think it's because it's something that everyone is doing. When you look online, when you watch TV, when you look at social media, everybody is trying to find love. You got all these dating sites. You have people starting these initiatives to put people together and help you find the one. And all of these things, but I draw away from that because, and not to say that God can't lead you to who he have called for you, but that's the thing. You would have to seek God in order to know who he has purpose for you. If you're not seeking him, you're not going to know. If you're trying to find that person on your own, like I said, you will find. I've always heard that before God sends you who he have destined for you, the enemy is going to send you a counterfeit first. We make our little list and and that person matches our list. And I'm going to say something. When it comes to the list that we make, I just challenge everyone to, before you make a list for who you want in your spouse, make a list for yourself. Because who you are called to is going to be attracted to the you that God created. I'm going to say that again because I have to make it make sense. Who you are called to on this earth, your spouse, your purpose partner, who you're called to is going to be attracted to the version of you that God created. So that means, I'll just use myself for example. God isn't going to send who he has for me until I step into who God have created me to be. Not the old version of me. For one, the old version of me wouldn't even accept who God has for me. Because I was too broken. I was too low down. I was doing worldly things. And honestly, if you accept me for who I was back then that means you really wasn't even for me, or I wouldn't even been attracted to you if I look at who I was back then. But now, my standards are higher. I would have attracted, as I did, somebody with the same standards, on the same level. I'm at a higher level now. I know who I am now. I am made whole now. God have took me through the fire and refined me and shifted out any impurities and removed anything in me that was not like him. And that's a painful process. It's a wilderness process. It's a lonely process when you're going through that. But he's trying to develop you. He wants to develop you. You have to seek him first. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. That's Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things will be added unto you. That means until you seek God, or better yet, seek God. Seek God first. Don't seek things of this world. Don't seek the cars. Don't seek the house. Don't seek the men. Don't seek the woman. Seek God first. And I'm not saying don't seek it. I'm saying seek God first. And then it's going to come. It's going to come by divine order. It's going to come. Then all these things will be added unto you. So it's imperative that we get ourselves right first. It's imperative that we step into who God has called us to be first. So that just means sitting with God first. Lord, what would you have me to do? Lord, who am I? Lord, who am I? Lord, what have you called me? Who have you called me to be? What have you called me to do? Who am I? That's seeking God first. He will respond. Seek him and seek him diligently. He will respond. God speaks. He has to speak. We know he speaks. He created this whole world, this whole universe with his word. He speaks. He created you. He created the house you live in. All the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. None of this belongs to us. You don't belong to you. Your children don't belong to you. They belong to God. They came from God. You belong to God. He knows you. He knows the number of hairs on your head. He knows you. He knows the you don't even know yet. Seek ye first. Seek ye first the kingdom. Don't follow, don't chase, don't seek refuge in the things of this world. It will not do you any good. And I say that because I've been there and I've done it the wrong way. And I fell flat on my face. And so there's a sense of urgency because I would rather women and even men not go through the things that I went through or not have to go that route because it brings about a pain that I remember praying to God, Lord, I pray that I don't wish this pain on anyone. And I also pray, just to throw this in there real quick, if anybody might be going through such a thing, but I also pray, Lord God, remove this pain and let me not ever feel this pain again. And he did. And I can honestly say I remember the pain. I remember it was painful, but I don't remember what the pain felt like. And a lot of times when we think back on certain situations, we could still feel that emotion. But I remember it was painful. I remember it feeling like 1,000 knives was just in my heart. Just glass was just stabbing at my heart. I can say it. I remember that occurred, but when I think about it now, I don't feel the pain again. So if you're in a position where you are there, and I know we just went like way far away from the text, but at the end of the day, it still has a lot to do with it. But if you are in that place, just know if you seek the kingdom, if you seek God first, things will start to fall upon you. Everything that the enemy stole from you. And you have to know the devices of the enemy. But everything that the enemy stole from you, he have to give it all back. He have to. So seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. That was the first scripture God ever gave me after going through what I went through and having to call out to God because I felt like there was nobody else I could run to. I felt like nobody would understand. I felt embarrassed. I felt like I would be misunderstood. I felt like it was just something that nobody else could relate to. So I sat in silence, alone and by myself. And I went to God only because I felt like there was no other way. And that's what I told God. Like, I'm coming to you because I feel like I'm at my wit's end. There is no other way to go. So I have no other way to try. No other way or nothing else to do but to try you. What else am I going to do? And so now I'm here. And so, all right, so we're at 35 minutes. And I have to go pick up my daughter. So, from camp. So, I think I'm actually just going to end this with a prayer. And then also just recap and because it is so painful and it's hurtful. And you can just see see spiritually the souls that are torn and that are suffering, and it's painful. And I think that is the main, like I said, I don't feel the pain that I felt back then. It was excruciating and debilitating pain. It was, when people say my heart hurt, it was literal. It was literal. It was literal. But it's just like, the sad thing is that I know that there's other women out there that's going through the same thing, and men get their hearts hurt too. But in the end, there's a way unto man that seems right, that seems like the way. But in the end, it leads to destruction. And we have to know that. It has to be etched in our hearts. Because like it says in verse 32, the second chapter of Jeremiah, we don't forget to get cute. We don't forget that. We don't forget to lay our edges and go buy shoes and do this. We don't forget that. We don't forget about our friends. We don't forget about going out. We don't forget to eat. But he says, yet my people have forgotten about me, days without number. But they're skilled in pursuing love. And so I'm just going to pray us out. I went a little deeper than what I intended. Well, God, that was God. So I just pray that you all who are listening to this, just know that you are not listening to this by happenstance. You did not just stumble upon this podcast. God have led you here. So I pray that you take notes. I pray that you write it down. I pray that you meditate on whatever word stuck with you. I pray that you even ask God to Lord, what is it that you're saying to me? What is it that you would have me do in this hour? What is my portion today? What is it about my life that you need me to change? Lord, help me to seek your face. Help me to seek things above and not things beneath, because this world is beneath. A worldly view is beneath. Lord, help me to see me the way you see me. Help me to see my relationships how you see my relationships. Lord, bring me community, people that will lift me up. people that are called to me. And Lord, remove anybody that's not for me. Lord, show me my enemies. Show me anyone who is not for me. Lord, help me to rise up. Help me to go forth. Lord, teach me my calling. Lord, show me who I am. Lord, help me to understand my worth. Help me to know that I am worthy. Lord, help me to praise your name every day. Lord, help me to put you first. Help me to put nothing above you. And help me to come against anything that exalt themselves above you. Lord, teach me your will. Lord, teach me your will. Lord, teach me your will. Teach me your way. Lord, I thank you just for the ability to turn back to you with open arms. Lord, I know that I'm the apple of your eye. Lord, I know that you love me more than this whole world could ever love me. And Lord, I thank you for that. Lord, I love you because you first loved me. When I didn't love myself, Lord God, you loved me. Lord, I thank you for that. Lord, I thank you that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I don't care what it looked like. Lord, I thank you that every tongue that rises up against me will be condemned in the name of Jesus. Lord, I thank you that the fire did not consume me. Lord, I thank you that the enemy cannot come near me. Lord, I thank you for this word. Lord, I thank you for the quantum leap. I thank you for the exponential change. I thank you for the growth that's about to transpire in my life. Lord, I thank you for the people, the Christ-minded people, the remnant that you are bringing into my life to help walk aside with me, to pray with me, to study with me, to help me in being guided by you. And so, Lord, I thank you, for yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.